It's time now for the Peter Chill Evening News on this Tuesday evening, August 18th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Your evening news headlines here at 6:40 p.m. here on this Tuesday evening, and on top story at 6:40 p.m. on this Tuesday evening here is Scott Walker's healthcare plan would eliminate all Obamacare sources of revenue without specifying what would replace them. Australian rocker Jimmy Burns said the Bangkok bombing is a reminder of life's fragility and his family feel lucky to be alive. Marco Rubio is not echoing Donald Trump's call to repeal the constitutional provision that automatically grants citizenship to individuals born in the United States. Hillary Clinton is the latest Democratic presidential candidate to be targeted by Black Lives Matter activists who are challenging a party that needs their votes. Rosie O'Donnell's 17-year-old daughter, Chelsea, has been reported missing according to a statement posted by the comedian. In Miami, tropical storm Danny forms boil at the sea in Atlantic is expected to strengthen here as we take a look at the tropical storm Danny's latest advisory here at 5 p.m. advisory here. 10.9 in the north, 37.5 to the west, and max of same winds around 40 miles an hour. Movement west wind 12 miles per hour, expected to become a hurricane by about 2 p.m. on Thursday here. All that's business does. Senators for white cat sitting on the lap of him. As the latest image draw comparisons with a James Bond villain, President Vladimir Putin of Russia was shown yesterday diving into the bottom of the Black Sea in the Middle East submarine explorer. In Jayapura, Papua, a plane that crashed in eastern Indonesia was yesterday found completely destroyed with the bodies of all 54 people who have been aboard amid the wreckage of a fire blackened clearing at a remote site in a dense jungle. Zimbabwe has been charged a man on whose land Cecil Line was shot by American dentist Walter Palmer in July. Charges have not been filed against Mr. Palmer, according to the prosecutors, while the Minnesota dentist has reopened his practice. The UN High Commissioner for Refugees said it is time other European nations stepped in and to ease the burden. Jared Fogle, a former subway spokesman, is expected to plead guilty to charge related to child pornography, a source when announced a situation told ABC News today. George Zimmerman's family and friends celebrate Zimmerman's not guilty verdict was read in Seminole Circuit Court in Sanford, Florida. In Chicago, a suburban Chicago man awaiting trial on terrorism charges been indicted on charges of assault and felony made at a federal jail in Chicago. A grand jury indicted two former Atlanta area police officers on a murder charge after prosecutors said they used stun guns on a man while his hands were cuffed behind his back. Tension over General Motors' decision to consider importing Chinese-made Buicks to the U.S. has collided with the contract trucks between the automaker and the United Auto Workers are about a month before a deadline to reach a new union deal. Chinese stock side, more than 6% of Walmart earnings way in the U.S. as Wall Street stocks take a dip after Chinese market tumbles. Here the Dow fell 33.84 points to close at 17,511.34. S&P 500 29.6.92, down 5.52 points. At Nasdaq 5,059.35, down 32.35 points. Here. For an idea of how the U.S. government proposed methane rules will affect drills, look no further than Colorado, as the state became a test case for similar controls last year while a coalition of energy companies and environmental groups agreed on. Steve Burke, chief executive of Comcast Corporation's NBC Universal stood in front of the senior executive team earlier this year and gave him a director of the media company needs to go where his eyeballs are going, he said, and get more. Fossils are one of the oldest planets on Earth, date back to the early Cretaceous period at approximately 125 to 130 million years ago. Muslim leaders and scholars from 20 countries are made a joint declaration Tuesday at a conference in Istanbul calling on Muslims in all nations worldwide to address climate change. If you're ever in the middle of a big city, you undoubtedly notice that a lure of crime that cooks old buildings as well as statues and monuments even in the streets themselves. With more than 100 wildfires burning in parts of California, Oregon, and Washington, NASA's astronaut Kjell Lundgren considered for the colossal plumes of smoke seen from space. A U.S. study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that ninth graders who used electronic cigarettes were 4 times as likely to smoke cigarettes or hookahs as ninth graders who never tried the battery-powered devices. People with a family history of cancer should seriously consider stopping drinking alcohol altogether, experts are warned in response to research which shows a link between light drinking and the disease, particularly breast cancer. In New York, Mayor Bill de Blasio signed an unprecedented law regulating cooling towers throughout the city on the Tuesday following an outbreak of Legionnaire's disease that killed 12 people in the city's South Bronx area. Lice population in states in the pink have developed a high level of resistance to some of the most common treatments. Here. Take a look at New England Literature at 6:44 in Yarmouth, Massachusetts. Motor accident in town. Brook and Buck Island Road. 2 motorcycles involved checking for patients at the time as 2 patients were transported to hospital here. And a gas leak in Chickering, Massachusetts. Working crews have struck a gas main that has prompted evacuations, which did several buildings and houses. This was on Centenary Street, which runs between Chickering and Meadow Street, and they're asking everyone to avoid the area here. Peter Channel News Time, 6:45. Time out for a sports report here. The Boston Red Sox are going to take on New York, taking on the Cleveland Indians in the second round of a 3-game series at Fenway Park with Eduardo Rodriguez and a man for the Red Sox here. While Trevor Bauer and the man for the Cleveland Indians here. Game time 10 p.m. at Fenway Park. In New York, Tom Brady was in New York City Tuesday engaged in a settlement talks with Roger Goodell and the NFL over the quarterback's 4-game suspension instead of participating in live training camp with the Patriots teammates in Foxborough. After losing the GoDaddy sponsorship, Patrick's racing future was unclear until now. As NASCAR racer Danica Patrick has a new sponsor, Nightshade Bakery, a company that makes big bars. A little more than 2 months into his major league career, Kyle Gray has been hailed as baseball's top all-around shortstop. Then upcoming face of the game and the biggest sport in figures native Puerto Rico. And our team advanced to the Little League Softball World Series semifinal Tuesday by beating the synonymous Washington State team that forced a tiebreaker after was accused of deliberately losing a game. Peter Channel News Time, 6:46 minutes. Time now for a travel report on this Tuesday evening here, and the weather has been taking a damper on the commute a little bit here as Route 495 got an accident but around Route 24 in Reading and Bridgewater, so expect some delays here. Route 1A in the southbound side got an accident after Route 95 near Bristol Falls and South Attleboro, so expect some delays here. 95 and 24 a little slow after Route 128 in Canton. 120 in the southbound side, so for Route 93 in Route 95 in Canton all the way up to Route 24 in Canton, and Route 3 in the southbound side, it is slow for the split all the way up for Route 18 in Weymouth here. Southeast Expressway southbound side, so from Milton all the way up to the Braintree split. Southeast Expressway northbound side, so from Quincy all the way up to Dorchester. We got an accident on the Southeast Expressway on the southbound side around South Hampton Street in Dorchester, so expect some delays here as Stibney Tunnel on the southbound side, so from the Zinc Bridge all the way out to the Southampton Street, South 93 on the northbound side, so from the Pike all the way out to the Zinc Bridge. Mass Parkland on the westbound side, so for the South Boston stretch. Mass Parkland on the westbound side, so from Bretton all the way up to Newton doing an accident. Mass Park westbound side around exit 17 near the hotel overpass here. 120 on the southbound side, it is so before the Mass Pike in Western all the way out after Route 9 and Highland Street in Needham. Mass Parkland on the westbound side, it is so from Western and Natick. Mass Parkland on the eastbound side, so before Route 128 in Western here. 120 on the southbound side, also before the Waltham stretch here. 93 on the northbound side, so from the Zachem Bridge all the way up to Route 16 in Medford here. Route 1 on both ends, also around Route 60 in Revere here. 195 on the southbound side, it is back to Harvard all the way up to Route 290 in Marlborough here. 195 on the northbound side, it is so from Route 117 all the way up to Route 111 here. Worcester area highways are looking good here. Route 120 on the southbound side, a little also around Route 3 in Burlington here. Route 390, 395, looking good from 128 to the New Hampshire border here. 495 is looking good from Westford all the way out to Salisbury here. And 495, otherwise, is looking good from Marlborough all the way out to Wareham here. Flying you up to New Hampshire here. 101 in the eastbound side, a little so for the Raymond stretch here, do some road work here. Otherwise, Spalding Turnpike 93, 95 are looking good in the Granite State here. I-89 on the northbound side, a little so from Bow all the way out to Route 202 in Ware, New Hampshire here. And the main turnpike is looking good from York to Augusta via Portland, Maine here. Okay, let's take a look at what is going on in the MBTA alerts there. Still on Nassau Fork Smith from delays due to traffic. Framingham West Line train 5:28 4:40 p.m. from Worcester delayed today due to speed restriction heat 25 to 35 minutes. Framingham West Line, please be advised heat restrictions effect and all trains being delayed 15 to 40 minutes. Watch for updates here. Due to track work temporary schedule. Franklin Line train 796 5:36 p.m. from Forge Park. 495 delayed today due to track problem 25-35 minutes. Franklin Line train 719 5:10 p.m. from South Station delayed today due to track problem 15-20 minutes here. Prominent Shortland Line train 817 5 p.m. from South Station delayed today due to Amtrak 15-20 minutes. Providence Silver Line train 8:22 to 5:12 p.m. from Providence, delayed today due to Amtrak 25 minutes here. And the ferries are looking good. Fair Channel News Time, 6:50 and 7:30 for a weather report on this Tuesday evening here. And we had a lot of active weather so far this afternoon here. And I just ran into a rainstorm at North Station in Boston here after I got back from Gloucester, Massachusetts. And it was a ferocious, heavy rains, thunder, lightning, you name it here. And it rained down in Hyde Park, Massachusetts, and it thundered a little bit in Mansfield here. And now, looking at the radar situation here, it shows one cell of heavy showers and thunderstorms here stretch around Leominster, around Shirley, Air, around Harvard, Boxford, Bolton, Hudson, Marlborough, and around Clinton, around Lancaster, around Panakinville, and gonna time of these storms here. And it's gonna weaken a little bit here. Well, up north, we're seeing a lot of rain, showers, and storms from Sunborton, New Hampshire, right to Franklin, New Hampshire, down for Salisbury, New Hampshire, west of 93, and down for 89, west of Concord, New Hampshire, and some spotty showers and thunderstorms southeast of Concord, New Hampshire here. And timing on these storms is going to be in Loudoun, New Hampshire in the next couple of minutes here. And another heavy thunderstorms and Plymouth going to be in Center Sandwich in the next couple of minutes here. And some spotty rain showers around Milford and Halston here, and a little line of rain showers around Sharon and Stoughton here and Kenton here. And little rain showers southwest of Bellingham, Massachusetts here. And we got a hazardous weather outlook here. Day 1 tonight, a few thunderstorms may produce gusty winds and heavy rainfall and localized street flooding. And day 2 for 7 Wednesday through Monday to be a moderate risk of heavy rain and urban portage range flooding with showers and thunderstorms Friday for Sunday here. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this here. Alright, for tonight, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before 9 p.m. Some of the storms produce heavy rain. There's just fog after 2 p.m. 2 a.m. Otherwise, most clouds got low at 600 degrees and southward about 5 to 10 miles becoming light and variable. Southwest of midnight, anticipation 20%. Wednesday, areas of fog before 9 a.m. west. Mostly clouds gradually becoming sunny skies by 87 degrees and light southwest wind and coming south around 5 to 9 miles in the morning. With that, patch back after midnight. Otherwise, part clouds got low at 65 degrees and southward about 6 miles coming at midnight here. Thursday, patch back before 9 a.m. west. Part sunny skies about 82 degrees and southwest to southeast with about 3 to 7 miles an hour here. Thursday, slight chance of showers after midnight. Patch back otherwise, mostly clouds got low at 65 degrees. Light southeast wind, precipitation is 20%. Friday, chance of showers, thunderstorms out possible at 1 p.m. Patch back before 9 a.m. was mostly clouds got high around 81 degrees and precipitation 4%. Friday night, slight chance of showers, mostly clouds got low around 66 degrees and precipitation 50%. Saturday, chance of showers, mostly clouds got high around 81 about 65 degrees, precipitation 50%. Sunday, chance of showers, mostly clouds got high about 79 about 64 degrees and precipitation 50%. Monday, parts of the most clouds got about 80 about 63 degrees, and for Tuesday, chance of showers, parts of the sky. Guys, how about 82 degrees and precipitation 30%. Not temperature at 6:53 p.m. 80 degrees with first skies. Humidity of 69%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Evening News on this August 18th, 2015 on a Tuesday evening on Tuesday. Have a good evening and a goodbye day to all. See you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. Have a good evening here.